Okay, so this would be our kind of file showing, our drawing showing how you make these parts, these two sides. Okay, you'd want another drawing showing how they went together, an assembly drawing if you like. And I'm going to show you how to do something like that. What I like to do, if I save this, because generally your title block will be the same, so rather than go through all that again, the easiest thing is to just save as. So we're going to save that as box assembly. Okay, and save. So then we've got another copy of it, and we'll just delete all this. So we'll just draw a rectangle around it all and press delete. Yes. Okay. It'll give you a few. Do you really want to do this? Yes, we do. So now, let me go to our box. Again, make sure, I think this left side, I want that to be the front. Okay. And I'm going to save that. So now back here, our base view will be this box. Yeah, 1 to 4. The label. Well, I won't do anything yet. I'll just OK that. Now, it's not actually going to give us that much information having it like this. So I'm going to move that off, and this is something you do if you don't, because you need a base view, you can then project your, that's much better, that's given us a much better level of detail. We can create that, so you can have your base view outside the drawing if you don't want it, and then move this in. That's what you might do sometimes. You see that a lot. Okay. You could have changed the view, but okay, see that. So we'll pull this in here, and I'm just going to show this actually, because this will be a kind of, well, it's just going to show each part and how it's assembled. But in order to do that, I want to see every part. So I want this to be kind of see-through. Okay, so I'm going to double click this again. And we have these 3 buttons here. This is our kind of visual style. So what we're on at the moment is this middle one, hidden lines removed. That's just a plain black and white drawing where you can't see any hidden lines. Anything that's behind something else you can't see. If we click on hidden lines, and click OK, now you can see the hidden stuff, the stuff that's behind something else is shown dashed. So this is much better for assembly, telling us what goes where and how it goes together. Okay, you could also have this one. Now this is on as well as one of these two. So you choose one of these two, and then this is either on or off. Shaded just means it looks realistic. It shows you the material. And again, you could have hidden lines and shaded. Okay. I'm going to, for the assembly, I'm going to keep it like that. Okay, so I want to go back to annotate, and up here we have this balloon. A balloon is just it's like it shows there, it's a number in a circle with an arrow pointing to a specific part. So for an assembly, we use these to show us the parts and how they go together. Okay, so I'm going to left click that. Now make sure the part you're referring to, it actually highlights red when you're on it. Okay, so you can move your arrow after you've placed it, but make sure when you initially place it, it's actually highlighting the part you want to refer to. So I want to refer to this side here. I'm going to left click. Okay, and it's this, the part name is basic box 01. Okay, which is a file. It's going to ask you now, do you want to enable the BOM view? Just click yes. BOM is the bill of materials, so you'll see what that is like when we bring it in. And I'm just going to place that, and then right click, continue. I'm going to do another balloon to this side. Again, right click, continue. I'm going to do one for the top. I'm going to do one for the base, which may be hard to highlight. There it is. And one for this knob at the top. Okay. There we go. So now each item we have a balloon to. And in fact, I'm just going to these will be duplicated because this is the same. So if we do one there and there, you can see it's number 1, same as this is number 1, and these two are both number 2 because it's the number of the part. Okay. To make this make more sense now, we want to click on parts list. And we get another dialog box. Okay, select view, and it's this view we're talking about. Okay, I'm going to OK that, and it brings it in. It's bringing it in quite big because it's probably got columns we don't need. So you can see now it's filled in a lot of information for us. I'm just going to double click this because I want to edit it. If we double click it, we get this editor here where you can add information. All that iPart information you could actually bring in here, and you could automatically include it in your table. For what we're doing, I don't really need much information. Okay, so I'm going to go to this column chooser. These are all your options. You can bring them in by clicking add, or you can take something away by clicking remove. In our case, we just want the item number, which is these numbers here, the quantity required, and the part number, okay, which is the name it's saved as basically. I'm going to click apply. Okay, so now this is a bit more, this is smaller and a bit more manageable. I'm just going to move it in. By clicking the red box, you can move the whole view. We should just have room for it. Let's put it down here. Okay. So there we have our parts list. If I'd named these properly, I mean for what we're doing, it tells us what it is. We've got a box side of 400 and a box side of 300. We need 2 of each. So number 1, like I said, now I can move these arrows. Now they've come in, I can just put them a bit more, make it a bit more clear what we're actually pointing to. Okay. Yeah, so item 1 is our box side 400, and we need 2 of those. Item 2 is the other side, we need 2. Then we've got the base, top, and the knob, 1 of each of those. And you can see the numbers all tie up. Okay, you can actually, if you wanted to change something, you can double click it, and you can go in here. We could call that something entirely different. We could call it 400 millimeter. So we could call it whatever we want. We could call it Mickey Mouse if we wanted, but it's you know, you could change the numbers if you wanted. But maybe you wanted that to actually, for some reason, because you used it on another part and it had already been manufactured, and the manufacturer knew it as item number 10. You might want that to be item number 10 here. Okay. See, it's automatically changed in the balloon. So you can edit everything. Inventor does a lot for you. It fills this out for you, but it's all editable depending on what you want to show. And you might change, yeah, this has changed to assembly. Again, you could change that if you want by, let me just update that. Whenever you get this lightning symbol, it's saying something needs updating. Okay, so I think that's just because it's updated these balloons. So you could change these by going to File, iProperties, Summary, and changing this. Maybe you want to put a space in or something like that, just to make it neat. So you can change all that. But there you go. So now you would have, if we save this, and then I'm going to open our previous one, the sides. We have 2 drawings now. We have the sides, how they're cut. We have the assembly. Obviously you would need another one just showing the size of the base, the lid, and one showing the knob. So that would be another part drawing, sorry. I'll let you come up with that. It's just the same process. And that's it. And then you would end up, and these can be saved as maybe something like a PDF, or printed out on paper and sent to someone, or taken down to your workshop where you can start working on them. But they do refer back to your model. So if you were to, and I'm just going to do it as an example, so you don't have to do this. If I was to, in fact, yeah, let me edit this. Actually, what can I change? I don't want to mess anything up, so I'm going to change this, and I'm going to extrude that piece as well, and that piece. Yeah, I'll extrude that whole side, okay? So now it looks like that, it's plain. If I was to save that and go back to our size, it will tell us it's updated. And you'll see it's gone to that shape now. All these dimensions highlighted in pink because they no longer point to anything. But that cutting isn't there, that length isn't there, it's longer now. So that's Inventor warning us, look, you need to either delete these dimensions or change them. Okay. Let me undo. Yes, okay, and then save. And then it goes back. There you go. And it's back to how we were. So anything you change in your model, it does update on here, but you do need to check that the dimensions of things are still relevant. But that's a general guide to sheets. Okay. I'm just going to show you one more drawing sheet. We're going to do our more complicated piece just so I can show you some more annotation. Okay.